Okay. What are you doing now?
Just scraping some charcoal off a brand new clean block. Obviously, don't do this with a fan on.
No. And you can do this at home.
Well, that's where I am now.
Yeah.
So yeah, just get enough together. That's probably good for now. And I just use my other handy dandy, don't tell this to a chaser, chasing tool, because it's charcoal soft anyway, so it's not going to damage this. But just
what are you doing? What are you doing?
Get rid of the big lumps. And I suppose if you really want it to be anal, you could sift it, but as long as you can't see.
But in the older days, we didn't have sifters. So
oh, come on! That would have been about, what, 1840?
Oh, God. That's two. That's two.
Put it through a piece of cheesecloth.
Yes. Okay, that's one.
Okay, so that's good. And you see, it didn't even damage the chasing tool.
That's good.
There. And then my piece of beeswax.
Get your blowgun.
Yeah, now keep the blowgun out of the charcoal because that's all dust.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to go over here. Oh, and I need my other teeth. Pick up all that fine dust and get it at least stuck to the wax so that it doesn't go around. Oh, I love the smell of beeswax in the morning. Okay, so I've got.
I thought you liked napalm.
Actually, coffee is my preference. Just if you want to put it out there. Okay, so I've got the charcoal's at least stuck to the beeswax. It's not mixed in entirely, but it's enough that I can now heat this up again. Heat all of this up and make it very consistent. And that's it. Now I just have to wait for it to cool.
It'll take about a couple of minutes.
Yeah, just keep mixing it because the charcoal's just, you want to keep it in suspension with the beeswax until it cools down. Ouch, 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 ouch.
Imagine this on toast.
Hey, it looks like Marmite.
I love Marmite.
I knew you. It was like, how did I know that? It's
and
like
Vegemite.
Oh.
To all my Australian friends.
Oh, okay. Caviar. It looks like caviar.
Well,
no.
No.
Really bad low-grade caviar.
Marmite's better. How many people know what Vegemite and Marmite is? Only people from the UK and the Aussie land.
A couple few stray Canadians.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's thickening up. Now I gotta find my stick.
Okay, let me turn it.
Just go and buy it. And sometimes, Hans is a great one for this about, hey, I need a tool, let's just make it. And I so appreciate that, that concept that it's like, what do I need at this place? And like, there's great companies out there that make great tools. Sometimes, though, you just don't know what you need until you start making it. And then you go, well, if I modified it like this, it would be better because it would do this. Or that one's too big a size. And, we all don't have the luxury of standing in a tool store and going, that's a perfect tool, and going home and trying it, and then going back and going, no, it's not quite right, it needs to be like this. But, something as simple as this is just a...
most basic, fundamental tools.
Easy one. So...
long after we're gone, Orchid, it will be still... people can still watch these videos.
A little bit too scary, that concept, isn't it?
Yes, it's scary.
It's like... it gets beamed to outer space.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you know what, that one's good.
How's it feeling?
Oh, it's just lovely. It's putty in my hands. But, what's interesting is that I don't think there's really an exact wax to charcoal ratio that, it's almost... as long as there's some charcoal in there, I think the wax is going to be fine. And I think that if you added more charcoal, it would actually get softer. I think that's what my sense is on this. But
as long as it removes the sticky from the beeswax.
Well, and the thing is, the beeswax, when it's solid, is quite hard.
Yeah, and more so that it doesn't leave any residue on the stones.
And that's the big thing. Because
that's a big thing.
Yeah, because when I've used beeswax by itself as a pickup, I always get wax on the stones.
And that charcoal will reduce that.
Yeah.
And not have any residue. That's how you lose the Wax-Dob, because of the residue, and after a month or so, nothing left.
Okay, so I'm going to take this one to a nice point. Okay, good. Now we're just going to let that set. And there we go. Yeah. If you want, you can even drop it into a little glass beaker to rapid cool it. And clean my chasing tool again. Again, here we go. I'm going to get a towel and just wipe that off. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Always clean your chasing tools after you blank with wax. Don't tell a chaser that you used them. Oh, God. Perfect. Yeah. You know what? I'm just giving it a protective wax coating. Yeah. Perfect. Fantastic. Let's have a look at it. Ta-da. T-A-D-A, ta-da. Looks like a pearl drill. Almost. Flat. Flat. Okay. Jeez, I remember doing this when I was apprentice. Did you really? Oh, I really mucked this lid. We had some good years in my apprenticeship. Yeah? Yeah. Even making these Wax-Dobs by hand. I remember that so distinctly. Do you really? Stan Levine and I were doing this all the time, making our own Wax-Dobs. Now, once you make a Wax-Dob, it would be there. Well, it's there for a long time, many years. So why were you making so many of them? Because we did, and we did it for other people sometimes. We'll probably have 2 or 3 of them, different sizes. So, not having ever been to a jewelry school like that or apprenticing like that,
you wouldn't have this.
I don't have this.
No,
this
you didn't have the luxury of this.
No.
Working on the job and apprenticing on the job.
But the fellow I told you about in England, Rod, when he apprenticed, he was at Royal College.
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead and talk.
Ahead. He was at Royal College in England, and he said one year, I'd like to learn how to chase, and they had no chasers on staff. So they brought in a professional, an outside professional, a working jeweler, to teach him. Mm-hmm. And he spent the first month making pitch, and the guy was. Rod kept saying, "We're gonna do some work today." He goes, "No, we're not done with the pitch." "Oh, we're gonna do some work today?" No, we still got to work on the pitch. He said by the end of the month he was so frustrated because they'd worked for a month just to make this stuff.
Is it hot?
Yeah, it's just starting to set up now. So. But he said
these are the other two pieces that we just made this morning.
And
for bigger stones and smaller diamonds.
Oh, now it's starting to go. So, but he said after that month he had a complete appreciation and knew everything that needed to be known about how to make pitch. So it wasn't a waste. It was just getting himself to slow down and just because he wanted to jump up to the good stuff right away.
Can't. You have to know the basics first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely see that. I started off on the easiest guitar you could ever. Always eat.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's still a little
It's too
hot.
warm.
Yeah. Oh no, it's good. It's good.
God, you're bringing back memories of my earlier apprenticeship.
We aim to please Gerry.
Yeah. I was about 18, 19 years old when I started making up my first wax-dobs by hand.
That was when, about 1850 or so?
Oh, shut up. Now you're forming it into your fingertips to the right shape. Close up. There you go. You got 3.5 minutes of a video with a bit of history thrown in.
What else do you want to do? I can make it a bit bigger. I've got a bit more to use.
Yeah, my proctologist will be very happy now.
Okay, I'm adding some more to this.
Oh my God.
Make sure it's welded in there.
Well, the light is shining on it, and I'm getting a better definition of color. Oh yeah, see how you use the fingers to mold it?
Well, it's still warm right now. So
yeah, it's going to be warm for a few more minutes.
It's amazing how the charcoal keeps the heat, because normally the wax would just harden
solidify within seconds.
Yeah, but this is... And you know what's cool is I never thought that the charcoal would give the wax this kind of consistency, because I can't do this with to get this kind of consistency with the pitch.
I should make this into a video for Orchid.
No.
Yes. Isn't that interesting?
Well, you know what, Gerry? This piece of wood that I gave you the snake wood. It's really, really unusual wood. But the nice thing is that the more you touch it, the darker and the more burnished it'll get, because you can see the difference in color on the sticks here.
Something's happening again. We're losing color.
See, this one is a couple years old and it's oxidized, but it's the same piece of wood as this one. So this one I just sanded, right?
Yeah.
So it'll go dark like that. But it's really, really a stiff wood. Like, it's a strong wood. So that's perfect.
Beautiful.
That's perfect.
Yeah, this wax will be good for the K-colored diamonds, the caca color, or otherwise known as top light brown.
Champagne. It's like, come on, you can make anything sound good.
Yeah. Caca color sounds better. Top light brown, champagne.
There. So I've got
black
an end
diamonds.
on that one. So I can put an end on this little one. These are for the the .1 pointers.
Yeah, no, quarter point diamonds.
That's the smallest you can get?
Yeah, I've set 4-claw diamonds equivalent to about a quarter point, a half a point.
Oh. These are for the...
If you drop one, don't bother to look for it. It costs you too much money to look for it.
Yeah. So this side is for picking up bits of solder that you can't find on your bench anymore. No. It's actually not staying very well.
Look at the size of that.
There we go.
Oh, this is going to be a new video.
So you know what I used? I just used my charcoal block, a brand new charcoal block that was completely clean and didn't have anything on it.
And you scraped it with a small knife?
Just scraped it with an X-Acto knife and then used a big flat chasing tool to grind it down and make sure that it was consistent. So there we go. That's too much stick, not enough wax. There we go.
Gosh.
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
They're a thing of beauty.
Here we are.
And that lid is toast.
Isn't that sweet?
It's a one-time use can. Now I have to clean my chasing tools.
My God, I think I still have my original coffee lid.
That you used?
Yes. I came across it a few days ago.
Yeah?
It's about half the width, like half the thickness and height, and I used it. And I forget what I used it for. Now it's coming back to me. And here's all the residue.
Oh dear. I got something upside down in the drawer.
It's a coffee cup. Caffeine and grind.
What else do you think you find around here? Of course it's a coffee lid.
Yeah.
I think sticks. I think Gerry wants it. Yeah. And he says he's never going to use it.
I'm going to use it. Use it and abuse it. And there you go. Pickup sticks. Why buy them if you can make them yourself?
Takes 10 minutes if you get anything.
Yeah.
I got
Isn't that a sweetheart thing? And to show the length of it, here's a picture of my hand. And there you go.
Thank you.
Here we are cleaning off the chasing tool with a hair dryer.
Heat gun.
Heat gun. Call it what you want.
It's a heat gun. It's not a hair dryer. It's way more powerful than a hair dryer.
Hair singer.
It's like burn your hand. You like my chasing tool?
Yes, dear. You're holding it. I have to say yes, dear.
It used to be, I think this was a hand-forged drill bit. I got it at auction, of course, in a bunch of old junk tools. But it was a great chasing tool. See, nice and polished.
God. Back to its normal, pristine condition.
Pretty much. Might need a touch-up. But what the heck.
And Gerry's oil stone now, using all the polishing papers.
Okay, it's going back in the box.
Okay, done. There you go. Interesting.